Enrichment groups are small groups that are led by teachers after students have reached a particular achievement level of the presented skill. In some cases, enrichment groups are implemented in classes when teachers feel that children need more support to master a specific skill or lesson. Some enrichment activities take place inside the classroom during class instruction time, while others allow students to do activities outside of class. To help learn the appropriate information to teach, teachers attend workshops where they learn how to use new techniques in their class. These strategies enhance how to teach disadvantaged and gifted students. Providing time for enrichment gives children the opportunity to extend their learning and give time to master this presented skill. Enrichment groups can take place in schools across all socioeconomic statuses. Despite the socioeconomic statuses of the students, the groups prove to be effective in boosting students' achievement. Some of the enrichment programs can be compared to extracurricular activities, such as clubs and sports. The difference being that extracurricular activities exclude some students because of cost requirements that some families may not be able to provide. Enrichment groups can be implemented at any age and is best to begin as young as possible to allow children to gain critical skills as soon as possible and at an early age. A Seattle school in a lower socioeconomic status community. Rainier Scholars is an enrichment program based in Seattle, Washington that accepts 60 to 65 low-income minority students. Students who have the most barriers to college are most often accepted into the program. This is a year-round program that allows students to continue and enrich their learning once the end of the standard school year comes to a close, and enables them to continue their learning after the end of the school year.
Children from low-income families are prone to forget more over the summer. Therefore, aim of this program is to lessen the achievement gap that takes place during this time. Rainier Scholars is designed to not only lessen the gap, but to help students progress over these months. The program is quite expensive in that it costs around $40,000 per child to cover costs such as transportation, teacher salary, and additional staff for mentoring.
As summer draws to a close in Seattle, roughly 50,000 K-12 students across the city are ending vacations and preparing to head back into classrooms. But for 13-year-old Samira Cornelius McClam, the change of season will mean little. Lately, summer school has been part of her life. The soon-to-be 8th grader is a member of Rainier Scholars,
The sun was high in the sky.
a year-round enrichment program that accepts 60 to 65 highly motivated, low-income minority students annually from almost 600 applications. The young scholars are first recruited in the 5th grade, and each one selected makes a commitment to graduate not only from high school, but also from college. It all starts with 2 years of full-time summer school and weekend classes, and continues with ongoing academic support and leadership training throughout the program.
Though the program heavily increases the homework load for the students, they are given material that they otherwise would not have had the opportunity to learn. By raising the achievement level of these students in their younger years, the high school graduation and college acceptance rates have skyrocketed. At an elementary school in Arizona, students are assessed on recently presented materials and are divided based on their achievement level. The students are divided into groups that are aimed at reteaching or enriching the skill. Reteaching gives students the opportunity to learn the material until they have reached the level of mastery. The group that will experience the enriched lessons will receive instruction that extends beyond what they have already been taught.
What we do is we teach an objective, and that objective is calendared out for us. And at the end of teaching that objective, we would give a formative assessment, which is usually on Friday. Objectives usually last about a week. And based on the results of that formative assessment, we know if students have mastered that concept or if they have not mastered that. then what teachers do is they get together as a grade level and they look at their formatives and they look at what students mastered that formative and which didn't, and they divide students into the reteach group and into the enrich group.
Classroom activities and projects presently in the enrichment groups are designed to further the challenge the students' learning. Some enrichment programs do not require much outside funding, while others are quite expensive. Private and government funding assists schools in covering the substantial costs.
Some financing is available to programs through online application processes, while other programs receive money through grants and awards. Though there is much available money for these programs, a lot of it goes unused due to extensive application processes, strict program requirements, and heavy competition. While some funds are available for schools and individuals throughout the country, many are specific to certain states. Although it may be a hurdle to receive proper funding for your enrichment program, do not let that deter you from finding money to begin a great program for your students. Allow yourself as an educator to take tidbits of all the beneficial methods used in enrichment groups and apply them in your very own classroom. When coming up with activities for students, it is important to remember to give them structure and freedom at the same time. Students should not be given a rigid structure, but one in which their creativity can aid them in building upon their new knowledge. For example, after a math lesson, students can use their new number skills to construct a blueprint for a new piece of furniture or a new building. For older students, an enrichment activity may look like having them construct a paper roller coaster for a marble after learning and mastering how to calculate velocity. Enrichment activities may look different across grade levels, but the aim of pushing students and expanding on their knowledge remains the same.